No, I wouldn't say that I feel any extra pressure to perform during BlizzCon, but it's more important in the sense that it's more prestige.
I feel like a lot of the times, and you guys can answer this, but when people say, oh, I don't feel any extra pressure because it's BlizzCon, I feel like it's kind of a bold-faced lie. But I feel like it's a bold-faced lie that you have to tell yourself. Because if you are able to say that over and over again, when you actually are sitting down, maybe you can trick yourself. Maybe you can get yourself in the position where you can play calm, cool, collected like it's any other tournament. Do you guys feel that way? You've all been in that situation besides me. Do you feel like that is the case, Pika?
Honestly, I think you need to have confidence coming into a big tournament. You can never be trying to doubt yourself or thinking, well, maybe I can't do this. Maybe I'm not actually good enough to compete here, because that's just the worst possible mindset. So even if it might not be completely genuine, the fact that you already are thinking in the right direction is already going to help you out in the games.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't do that, you can potentially beat yourself before you even touch down into the arena. But now let's look where we'll be touching down next. It's going to be Ashmane's fall, and we're going to see Team Medicine switching it up. What do you think of this, Jelly?
I think this is a really good choice. I mean, we've seen a lot of rogue mages be really successful throughout the entire year, and I feel like they probably have a chance of winning this, to be honest with you.
Well, they're gonna need to. If they don't, they are going to not only lose this series, but they're gonna be sent home. BlizzCon, gonna need you to make a little bit of noise for our two teams as we get ready to open up these gates.
Yeah, I'm super happy to see the mage coming in. Hen does have access to the counter spell, which is an interrupt on a 23-second cooldown, and Minpoike took over in game 2. That was the Minpoike we've been waiting to see the entire year. He's now here, ramped up at BlizzCon. Hen on this mage will be looking to shut him down with the crowd control, shut him down with the interrupts, because if he can do that, they will have a lot of pressure with this composition, Pika.
I like the mage here. I think the RMP is a much safer choice than Thug Cleave. It's much more reliable and has a lot more consistent spammable crowd control, because the hunters only have one trap. Mages can spam polymorph, and they also have the ability to have that Kleptomaniac to spell steal the overgrowth from Minpoike, which is a huge offensive play. Right now, Sap's onto Hen here, looking to potentially get a setup here, resap onto Valet. I'd like to see the RMP try to mostly train Valet for the most part here. Cheap shot onto Zusha, looking for maybe some follow-up there. Full blind on Minpoike, nice mom by Valet there. Full kidney shot, taking a lot of damage right now, uses that trinket there already.
What a great play from Vilai. He saw the Frozen Orb and he life grips Minpoike on the blind, breaking the blind from the AoE damage. What a beautiful play from the Shadow Priest here, and that is going to give Aztech a good opener. You can see Hen already dropping fairly low, but the biggest thing about that is now there is no offense for Team Medicine. They need to find a sheep on Minpoike, but they don't really have the stuns to do it right now, and you can see the mana bars, the health bars are very high on Aztech because of that. Now they can go aggressive. They're going for damage on Hen. Here comes the Smoke Bomb play to counter, but the Vortex on the blink forces the block out. Outplays everywhere, Pika.
Wow, oh my goodness. Hen actually locked by Acro on Frost, forced to use that cold snap ice block in the first minute of the game. Very scary situation here. Full grown on Hen, potentially looking for that kitty shot. Shadowman's getting casted. Zuosho topping his healer. Nice stuns by Starshine, trying to turn the pressure on, realizing the situation needs to get better fast.
Yeah, all three members with huge plays there. Vilai with the grip, Minpoike with the Vortex, and that step kick as well. Sorry, just the kick on the Frost Skull means they might just win the game right now. Full blind comes in. Is there follow-up? Doesn't look like there's a sap, but Grove comes in instead. Unfortunately, not able to find that sap on this occasion, but the cheap shot, they might look for Cyclones. They might look for anything here. The pain suppression. Hen is really not having a good time in this game. He's struggling.
This is brutal right now. We're going to see Aztec start to push in heavily here. Valet is going to come in spamming those purges on all these shields. Silence onto the Disputa. Nice offensive clone by Minpoike here, not rushing the kill, taking his time here. Oh, beautiful step kick, denying this, giving Zusho a chance to top Hen off here. Beautiful sheeps. Great defensive play there. That could have been the end of the world for him, but just a few clutch moments there and everything is fine.
Yep, Starshine not getting starstruck, able to get that step kick onto Minpoike. They would have lost the game if that had landed, so really nice plays defensively from Team Medicine, but now Cyclone still coming in. Minpoike is back here. He's at BlizzCon. He's showing up. Kidney shot comes in. They're able to get the barrier, but Hen actually blinks out of the barrier. Oh no, he has to use his second blink. Now he has no mobility Kai Akralos. Akralos is going to have full uptime here, Pika.
This is so brutal. The fact that Hen used both the blinks there, it's going to be impossible for Medicine to actually get a good setup here, but they're just going to try to go with raw damage right now and try to turn the pressure on Valet here, but just Hen under so much fire. Minpoike choosing to instantly train that blind, trying to stay aggressive with these clones. Right here, Hen under so much pressure. Mind Bomb onto Zusho right here. Full bash coming in there. Full kitty shot on Hen, and this could be the end.
Yeah, that will be it. 3-0 to Aztech, the European squad, showing up on the BlizzCon main stage.
And I think going into this one, that really is what you expect Aztech to be able to do. This is a team that has performed consistently at BlizzCon. If anything, I'm a little bit surprised that they even did drop down and have to compete in this round. And the real reason that they do find themselves here is because of how tough the competition is going to be. You can see them looking good, though, on the main stage. And let's actually talk about their opponents, though. We do see Medicine do some smart things throughout this series, and in the end, they try to switch up their composition.
I mean, I respect the comp choice, and honestly, they played extremely well, but Aztech must have not have liked losing in the offline games. I mean, they're playing extremely well, all three of them all together. Acro landing kicks consistently, but Poike, I think, is the MVP of that team right now.
I think that, and this is even without you guys being on the desk, I think our desk has been so critical of Poike so many times, and recently, all we can say is it's hard to say that like Poike is going to be the most improved player. Like, this is a guy who's done so many fantastic things throughout the years, and he's been a top dog. But I think this year, if I had to pick a most improved player, it's Poike. And now when he gets on the BlizzCon stage, he's looking like a huge threat.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. The reason we're so critical of Poike is because we've seen his skill ceiling. When he plays at the top of his game, he is one of the best restoration druids in the world. The last 2 games there, he was able to do that. The question is, their next game is against Cloud9. Cloud9, of course, with a lot more interrupts in their compositions, whether they will let Poike be the beast that he can be on that druid, or whether they're going to shut him down.
Yeah, I think that's a very important thing to keep in your mind. But the other thing that we keep talking about is Valet. Like, this is a guy that looks fantastic when he's up on that main stage, and he's there right now. Let's hear what he has to say.
Guys, I am here with Valet. Now, last time we spoke, you guys said that you were a little bit disappointed in your performance so far. How are you feeling right now, though?
We had a rough start yesterday. Yesterday, and I think for the first game on stage, I think that's a good start.
Now you have 1 win under your belt for today, and now you go on to face Cloud9. How have you guys been preparing for that series?
I mean, we had 10 hours yesterday, and we spent all those 10 hours to prepare for them.
Okay, now I don't know if you heard, but the casters kept saying that you were the best Shadow Priest in the world. Valet, are you the best Shadow Priest in the world?
I hope so. Yeah.
All right, well, you heard it here. Valet, best Shadow Priest in the world. Team Aztech, back to you guys at the desk.
Man, WizK is going to be pissed at you, too.
I never said it.
I think, though, that we definitely have time and time again that we got 2 top Shadow Priests. In EU, it's definitely going to be Valet, and then WizK going to be that one of those top dogs in NA. But the jury's out. I mean, if we do see Valet able to pull down a BlizzCon win, he can definitely make a run at that claim.
If he wins this BlizzCon, he is the best Shadow Priest in the world. I'm saying that out front. I mean, it's just been so long since we've seen a Shadow Priest winning BlizzCon because, quite frankly, it's one of those classes that does have its niches. It's fantastic, but you need to have one of the best Shadow Priests in the world. Valet, absolutely stellar in this series. I'm so happy for the guy.
Yeah, I think it's also one of the things with this year as well. If a Shadow Priest was able to win, this really isn't the year that you expect it to happen either. I think going into last year, maybe we thought that, you guys would be able to do it, and you got pretty close to doing just that. But let's look at our bracket right now and actually see what that road's going to look like. As you already heard, Aztech is going up against Cloud9, a team that throughout the year has looked pretty much unbeatable, but they find themselves in that lower side of the bracket, already facing elimination when we do check in with them. They were taken down by Wildcard Gaming, a team that has really been pulling out the stops here thus far in the tournament. And now we can see another top dog going to be on the stage playing against the squad we just talked about in Method Black. Now, Method Black, last LAN. We can talk about all the LANs. What did you think of their LAN performances, Jelly?
Let's be real, Method Black. With the comps they have, and they play extremely well in the every single cup, I feel like they should win all the LANs. I mean, Cloud9 just performs extremely well. They have 3-4 veterans on their team. Every single LAN they play insane. I don't know.
It's also having veterans with clutch factor at LAN. Right?
Yes.
Like, even when they were on separate teams, we described them as players that overperform at LAN. They're better than they are in any scenario than when they are at LAN. But now we're going to have to see, is Method Black finally going to be able to step up to what we know they can do on the main stage? This entire team came together to win a BlizzCon. They have not been able to do that yet. They're going to be going up against some of the toughest competition in Wildcard Gaming. That's right after this.